the shit that Jerry Jones stirred up after we got bounced in the playoffs, saying, you know, heads got to roll, things got to change. I'm not happy with how we performed. We have too much talent to come out here and show our ass like that. Then you hear the rumors of Sean Payton possibly being brought in to replace Mike McCarthy. And they asked Jerry multiple times, hey, is Mike McCarthy coming back? He would not commit to it. They'd ask Mike McCarthy, hey, have you heard anything? He's like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still the head coach. I'm coming back next year. Then you got Jerry Jones coming out on the radio, and he's like, Dan Quinn is a hell of a coach. I can see him being our future head coach. He's shitting the bed left and right, and Mike McCarthy's sitting there like, I'll just keep pissing in the wind until you make it official.
Can I ask y'all a question? What?
Yeah.
Would you want to work for somebody like that? That
No.
publicly does that to your position?
No.
No.
Now I understand why Jimmy left the way he left. I get it. I totally understand. I wouldn't be able to deal with that ego either. That's crazy.
Jimmy had an ego too, bro.
Sure.
That was the whole issue was everybody wants to shit on Jerry about Jimmy. Jimmy was out there flirting with Miami. He wanted that job.
Jimmy had a reason to be able to do that.
That's fine, but you can't shit on Jerry and be like, "Oh, Jerry was a selfish one." Jimmy was in on that, but nobody wants to shit on Jimmy. Jimmy was the victim. Jimmy was just as responsible, bro.
Linda, listen. Okay? What is the common denominator between Jerry Jones, Bill Parcells, Wade Phillips, who's the other guy? I can't even think of his name now.
Garrett?
No.
Barry
Why would I
Switzer?
bring up Garrett? No.
Barry Switzer?
No. Started with the C. Chan Gailey, Switzer, all them
Dave
coaches.
Campo? They're all white?
Why the hell did you bring up Dave Campo? That's not even
bro.
that's not even relevant, bro. No. Dave Campo was just like a, hey, I'm gonna give my friend a job. Like,
he said, what's the common denominator? I was like, they're all white.
no, the common denominator is Jerry. I mean, think about, we were building something when we had Bill Parcells, right? We were starting to get back on the right track.
The big tuna.
What happened?
Jerry forced him to take T.O., the guy that you wanted.
Yeah, he did.
And he called him the player. He never addressed him by his name in the media.
Exactly, which is disrespectful, right?
I mean, that was him showing defiance to Jerry, like, he's not my player, he's your player.
Right. But at the end of the day, him and Jerry couldn't see eye to eye, right?
Right.
So he gone. Who we bring in?
Jason Garrett.
The Clapper. For how many years?
10?
10 years.
8, 10 years?
10 years, right? The Clapper. No matter how shitty he did the year before, it didn't matter, right?
Emotional, damn it.
That's all that gave me.
Didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Oh, shit.
He could have went out there and pulled out his willie on the field, and Jerry would have been like, that's my coach.
Yeah.
Bro, that our problem is front office.
I agree. But answer me this question. If you own a multi-billion-dollar company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're gonna be a little hands-on, or you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna let Julio or I'm gonna let Big Joe run my company? I'm gonna trust them.
I'm gonna trust someone. If I'm multi-billion, right?
Right.
You're seeing me once a week. Once. Maybe on a Monday, possibly a Tuesday. Rest of the week, you ain't seeing me.
I don't
I
see that,
mean,
bro. I don't
I
see
mean,
it.
You ain't seeing
most
me.
I
multi-million,
don't see it, bro.
most multi-million companies, the owners are very, very hands-on.
Right.
That's most of them, and the
Right.
reason for that is I mean, to go off of your point, if you put yourself in that position, you had to work in order for your company to get to that point. So why would you just willingly be like, here, I'm gonna let you run my business while I just go, be
Because,
over here in the shadows, and you'll see me every now and then.
because
That's not the way that works. Bro.
here's my philosophy on that.
No.
And it's the, I guess, Jeff Bezos approach of I'm still in charge. Someone else does my shit. I'm gonna delegate my shit the way I want it delegated. Therefore, I don't have to be there 24/7. I can give the reins to my son and be like, I want you to do this, this, and this. And it better be done. It better
Jeff
be done
Bezos
this
may
way.
not be at every fulfillment center, but he's in somebody's ass every day.
But not anymore, because he's not a CEO. He is executive chair of the board. Therefore, he really don't have to do shit. They have to answer to him.
Just send me my checks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I would find one person, maybe two, that I could trust and be like, this is what I need done. If I don't get it done, you're fired.
But again, you're dealing with a guy that's a fan. So he's not like a lot of these owners that are like, oh, I made all my money elsewhere and I have this football team because it makes me even more revenue. He's a guy that was like, I play football. He's been more successful playing football than most owners now in the NFL. He's experienced it, him playing, and then having his franchise.
I mean, it's a miracle.
So
He's 105.
It's a different mindset between him and these other owners. So when he came in, he's like, I'm responsible from everything from jocks to socks. He's hands-on, and that's just what it is. Now you have a coach now that's like, he's on Rich Eisen. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. Might have been yesterday. And Rich Eisen, it said his boss openly suggested one of his coordinators was head coaching material for the Dallas Cowboys. And then there was the Sean Payton rumors, which I talked about was Dan Quinn and Sean Payton. How does all that sit with Mike McCarthy? And has he talked with Jerry Jones about it? And Mike McCarthy said, are these narratives unusual? Absolutely. I've never dealt with anything like this. Do I wish I didn't have to come on here and answer questions about it? Yeah, no doubt about it. I wish we were talking about something else, but it's a part of our landscape. That screams, this is not like every other football organization. It's not. This is not the norm. You don't have owners from other clubs going on the radio twice a week and doing weekly radio. You don't have owners that are in front of the media all the time. This guy's he's built different.
And you're not going to tell me that that's not an ego issue.
It definitely is. It's a dick swinging contest. And
It's
I got
about
more money
me.
than all of y'all.
It's about me. It's my team. We're going to do this.
Yep.
I mean,
because it's his team,
right,
he's going to continue to do that.
I do what I want.
Bro, at some
I'll
point,
do what I want.
At some point, look, I'll just say it. I'll be the hot take. The reason why we haven't been back to a goddamn Super Bowl is because of Jerry Jones.
I think initially you could say that. I think initially you could say, hey, you know what? Jerry's kind of interfering. He's meddling. That hasn't been the case these last few years. It just hasn't.
Bro,
He's transitioning all that over
What
to
are you-
Steven.
What are you talking?
Steven handles that. Jerry Jr. handles that. Charlotte handles that.
Bro,
Jerry's transitioning away.
listen.
Okay,
listen.
I agree with you at a certain extent
No.
that he's trying to delegate that over to Steven so that way he can handle it. But
Right.
at the end of the day, if he sees something, and we've seen this too, if he sees something that he doesn't like or he sees a move that he wants to make, and
Yep.
even if anybody else says you're crazy, you're out of your mind, we shouldn't do that.
He'll
He's
veto that shit.
I'm
It's my
the owner of
team.
the company. I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm gonna
I
pick
write
up this
the
person
checks.
because I want to.
I write the
Exactly.
checks. I sign the checks. If you want the checks, hush your mouth and do what I ask you to do.
Bro, he, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was the whole reason Jason Garrett was coach for 10 years.
Jason
10
Garrett
years.
should have been gone after about year 4 or 5,
10
especially after we went
After
8,
year-
8, 8, 8, and 8.
after
Bro, go somewhere with your 3, 8, and 8 in a row season having ass.
but every year, that's my coach. That's our coach.
Yes. And he couldn't give McCarthy that same endorsement after we go 12-5? I think McCarthy, answering this question, did Mike McCarthy address that correctly? Absolutely. He handled it like a professional. Because like y'all said, would you want to work for some old ass that's shitting on you and he won't endorse you to the public?
Publicly.
And he's talking about, he's flirting with other bitches in your face and you just sitting there like, oh, you just gonna fucking dog me in front of everybody?
publicly taking a dump on your chest, bro.
And
Lay
you just
there,
that
lay there
side-
and take
you,
it.
You that side bitch just sitting there like, oh, you just gonna do me like that to my face?
If anybody has emotional damage, it's Mike McCarthy after all this. After all this.
Emotional, damn it.
Absolutely he does. But I think he handled it like a professional. He could have gone out there and been like, man, that's BS. I deserve better than that. I won a Super Bowl. I don't have anything else to prove.
But imagine if he did. If he would have gone out there and let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he went that route and he did that. How long after that do you think he still would have had his job?
You know what the fans would have told him? Good on you.
Yeah, the fans could have been good on you all you want, but at the end of the day, if Daddy Jerry gets mad enough, what is he gonna say? There's the door. Bye.
Mike, I need you to pack your bags, get your fat ass out of my locker room.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to, bro. That's what it comes down to. So,
and then all you would have heard after that was, Dan Quinn is my new guy. He's the new head coach.
and the sad part is Mike McCarthy's lame duck because we all know Sean Payton most likely after this year is coming in. Short of Mike McCarthy winning the Super Bowl, Sean Payton will be here next year.
I don't know about that.
Mark my words. Mark them.
The way he was talking, I think he was on Eisen's show.
Yeah.
Sean Payton.
Yeah.
He said that he wanted to see what the broadcast world was about. So,
what do you want him to say? Me and Jerry got a secret handshake deal already in place?
I don't, bro. I don't
just biding
think
my time.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think after he said that I want to be alive, like I want to live longer. I think coaching started taking a toll on him down in New Orleans. So, we'll see.
We will see.
Hey, if you're right,
We
if you're
shall
correct,
see.
I'll come on here and say, yeah, Joe, you were right. You predicted that one.
We shall see, boys. We'll mark it in the annals of YouTube history.
The annals?
They're marking nothing.
The annals, my friend. The annals.
The annals.
And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. We appreciate you guys watching and supporting us week in and week out. We're trying to still grow the show. We're still trying to hit that 100. So whatever you can do, share it, like it, post it on your socials. Do what you got to do. Help us out. We're trying to make it happen. Boys, y'all got anything?
Help me help you. Please.
Reed. Well, we'll see you on the next one.
Training camp, everybody, you did one hell of a job. And the only thing else I got to